Start your week with a triple shot of good vibes. This is the Project Joy podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thanks for joining me.
This week's story of joy. So I had the most fun experience on Saturday. Let me just tell you. So I'm getting prepared to lots of exciting things to happen with the Breakthrough Show before season 5 premieres on February 5th, 2021. And I'm doing all this preparation right now, getting ready to go and planning the episodes. And I had this brilliant idea for the start, for the premiere of season 5. And I can't give away, that's what's killing me about the story of joy today, is I can't give away all the details because it was so fun. But to give you a little bit of a peek in, I introduced an alter ego of mine, if you will. It's more like I don't even like that phrase so much. It's more like just a character that lives within me, that comes out every now and then. Her name is Susie. Okay, her name is Susie, and she's a mom, and she likes to hang out with the girls. And anyway, I gathered a couple friends and we did a little something for the beginning of season 5 of the Breakthrough Show, which I'm so excited about. But I will tell you what, you guys, I have never laughed so hard. But the real joy of this moment for me this last week is that it's such a beautiful moment when you know your friends really well and you know exactly who to call on for certain things. You know exactly who to message to say, hey, I'm about to do something ridiculous. Will you be ridiculous with me? And you know that they're going to say yes because you know them really well. And so I had so much fun. And I had to give a huge to the 2 people that joined me that I knew were going to say yes. And so I asked them, thank you so much for that. It was not only super fun in a business sense, but in a personal sense, it was a blast. And I can't wait for it to premiere on February 5th, 2021, 12 p.m. Central Time for the premiere of the Breakthrough Show. Super fun, super fun. To top it off, does it get any better than the fact that yesterday was Betty White's 99th birthday? 99th. I mean, we should all be so lucky, let me just tell you. But it was such a cool thing to see all of the videos and the memes and everything, the gifs floating around about her yesterday. I used a few myself in some private messages because your day is always a little bit more joyful with some Betty White in it. Is that wrong? No, it is not. So anyway, really excited that you're here with us for another episode of Project Joy podcast today. Project Joy live now. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, intuitive mentor and inspirational entertainer. And I'm here with you live every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Central Time to start your week with a triple shot of good vibes. And we're going to be back in just a minute to talk to some people about what's bringing them joy or gratitude in their life today. And please be sure to look in the comments if you'd like to join us live on air, and click the link and join us in the studio. All right, the virtual studio. We'll be back in just a minute for more of Project Joy Live. What's up, everyone? It's Jessica here, your host of the Project Joy podcast and, of course, the Breakthrough Show. I want to take a moment and thank all of our supporters here at the show. With your financial support, we are able to expand the show and reach more people with the hopes of inspiring our audience members to change their lives for the better and know they are supported during times of breakthrough. We welcome our one-time contributions to our show by sending a PayPal to business@thebreakthroughshow.com, or you can join us at patreon.com/thebreakthroughshow, where you'll be rewarded for your regular contribution with things like our exclusive community, Soul Connection Collective, merchandise discounts, fun shout-outs on the show, and more. On behalf of everyone here at the Breakthrough Show and its network, we thank you for your generous support. And now, back to the podcast. Welcome back to the Project Joy podcast with your host, Jessica Dugas. This is the part of the show where I love to welcome other people on to share with me a moment of gratitude, a moment of joy, and join me on air. All you have to do is click the button that you see in the comments of the video. If you don't see one in the comments of the video, I encourage you to go to facebook.com/Jessica Dugas Intuitive Mentor. And there you can find the same stream that you're watching now, and you'll find in the comments the link for you. But I see we have a guest with us this morning, and I'm really excited to bring her on because I know her and I know her chickens. I know her and I know her chickens. I'm really excited to have on the show. Please welcome Jessie Shedden. Welcome, Jessie. And a Jessie is a, I mean, is there a better name? No, there's not.
Hey Jessica, I'm so glad we finally could make this happen. So I'm sorry, I know I promised you a couple of times, but we got here finally.
You promised me a chicken and you delivered.
I'm not sure what she's thinking. That I would give a lot of money to know right now.
I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Well, tell us, welcome, first of all. So Jess is going to be a guest on season 5 of the Breakthrough Show, which we're really excited to dig into her juicy coming up story, if you will. But she also is a lover of chickens. And I was like, you have to bring them on the show.
So I have a tiny little bit of a background to tell you. I don't know if you're aware, but today is actually the bluest Monday of the year because it's the third Monday of every January is considered to be the most depressing day of the year. Even more so this year, apparently, because the financial pressure of Christmas hangs over us, the weather's at its worst, and the extra pounds that we accumulated over the holiday period probably haven't shifted. And I was asked to give my view on what brought us happiness, joy, on this day. So I think how appropriate, given that one of the things I listed was chicken cuddles.
Yes. Is there there's nothing better. Look, we talked about it when we did our recording for the Breakthrough Show that, our animals can give us such a beautiful experience to get through life when things are rough, right? Tell us what your chickens have meant to you.
Oh boy, they have been there through some really, really dark times. So this one here, actually, she's 5.5 now, and we would led to believe we might have to put her to sleep last year. As you can see, we didn't opt for that option, for which I'm very grateful, because she saw me through 3 considerations of suicide over the past 3 years. She's seen me through, and it might sound really crazy, but when I had to let go of one of my vehicles that meant a lot to me, she was the one that I could go and cuddle when it was just, you couldn't talk to humans and you had tears streaming down your face, and she was just ready to be there with you, weren't you? She's also seen me through some breakups. So chickens are always there even when men aren't. So they definitely come first.
Yes, absolutely. She's adorable. I love how she's just still.
She is now. She can hear you and she can see herself.
I love it. Well, so I know many adults, I know many humans that are like that, we like to see ourselves and we're like, oh, we're on.
Yeah, I think she's really enjoying this moment of fame. International moment of fame.
I love it. What is her name?
Cuddlepot.
I mean, is that not appropriate? Of course it is.
Oh, totally. So she's actually quite old for her age now. I don't know how much longer I'll have her for, but she's also mothered me a few chickens as well, which has been awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Let us know if you have any question for Jessie and her chickens while we're sitting here chatting. I'm happy to pass them through to her. I love it. What kind of chicken is she, for those of us that are not chicken literate?
Okay, I'm only going to tell you if you promised to say it after me.
Oh, God. Okay.
She's a Barbaducal Milfoy.
Okay, do I have to say it with the accent? A Barbaducal Milfoy.
You're pretty special and you should have a very long name for a tiny bird, shouldn't you?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I mean, leave it to something that adorable to have an absolutely ridiculous kind of name that nobody can pronounce.
I know, my fiance always says to me, you can say it because I haven't got a clue how to say it.
Now I know you have other chickens. How many do you have?
We have 6 currently.
6 and are they all the Barbadoo califragilisticexpialidocious?
No, only 2.
2 of
So
them. Okay,
yeah.
what are the other ones?
The others are all Polands, so I don't know if you're familiar with the Poland breed, but it has the poof on the top of their head. Yes. I have a very nice piece of artwork here that was made for me. Yes. Of one of my Polands. Unfortunately, the other 5 are all, I couldn't manage them up here. They would be
Oh my
everywhere,
Yes.
wouldn't they?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so nice that they can bring you so much joy. And now they've come on the show and they've brought us joy. You must come back regularly with different chickens and different chicken topics because
Totally, and I tell you, it's been so heartwarming. As I'm putting together a book at the moment called Fluffy But Love, which is
Mm,
basically think chicken soup for the soul, but with a lot less soup and a lot more chickens. So it's all the heartwarming, inspirational, true stories around chickens, and
mm,
hearing some of those has just been incredible. Just one of them came from a woman who lives on the side of a mountain. She was in a coma for, I think she said 3, 3, 5 weeks. 5 weeks. She's 3 years on now, and she's healed through caring for her chickens. But when she was let out of hospital, she couldn't walk, she couldn't talk, she could barely eat, and through knowing she had to get up and tend to these, it's brought her life back. And she doesn't talk like she's any victim either.
wow.
It was an incredible time to go. Yeah, I don't know what I'm complaining about in life right now.
Mm, absolutely. It's so that's part of what I really love about connecting with other people too through their stories is that you're not just learning about other people, but it's giving you a new perspective on your own life as well. And it's so nice to be able to do that. Now, how long will she sit like that before she's like, "Will you put me the hell down?"
Oh, she was "Will you put me the hell down" up until I came on. So right now we're on best behavior because Jessica is watching, and we're not at all sure what this is on about.
I love it. I love it. That's so amazing though that she'll just sit there. That's like our little bunny we got too, that she doesn't always like to be fussed with. Sometimes she needs her space, leave me alone. But when you hold her, she'll just sit there and be a cotton ball. And it's like that's adorable. That it doesn't
Cotton.
get any better.
So we had all 6 of them in yesterday. They decided they all wanted to come in, which we don't
Mm.
usually have them all in. But they were in the living room with us, just chilling on the rug and totally, you were just sitting there, weren't you, enjoying yourself? You can tell when they're relaxed because they actually sit down. Often they will stand, but you weren't going to do any of that.
She's like, I'm famous. I'm gonna get her close up here for a minute so the people can. Oh my gosh, yes. Look at she's so colorful too. Like, look how many colors she has in her. It's
She's
almost
got
like
a
a calico cat.
she's got a very white Santa Claus kind of beard here, which I say is her winter plumage because she gets whiter every year when she molts. There we go. You have a good look at yourself, Cuddlepot.
Maybe her and the bunny over here are related because they both have the Santa white.
Something got crossed along the line somewhere.
I mean, listen, and sometimes because I'm getting older and I'm an Italian woman, I'm getting a little bit of a beard myself too.
Don't worry me. Don't stress me. I don't want to think about that.
Okay, well, okay, it's not going to happen. We'll just we'll change that narrative real
We'll get old disgracefully.
So fun. Jessie, thanks so much for bringing her on. And thank you for bringing yourself on today because, of course, we can't have a chicken without Jessie.
Well, it's been a real pleasure to come on and get a daily dose of joy as well. What else would you want?
Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're going to be back in just a minute for more of Project Joy podcast. Make sure you check out jessieshedden.com. Hey everyone, guess what? I have some really exciting news. After a long break for the holidays, it's time to welcome back your favorite inspirational talk show. That's right, The Breakthrough Show is coming back with me, creator, producer, host, and your favorite inspirational entertainer, Jessica Dugas. In addition, we're welcoming back your favorite network shows like Project Joy Podcast, Rewriting Reality with Shiraz, and Ask Crystal with Crystal Cockerham. So be sure to save the date. The premiere of Season 5 of The Breakthrough Show is happening on February 5th, 2021 at 12 p.m. Central Time. Then join us for brand new episodes every Friday at the same time on the web, Facebook, YouTube, most major podcast platforms, and more. We are so excited to be coming back with some familiar faces, amazing new performers, and incredible new guests with the stories of breakthroughs you love. So share the news and we'll see you there. Welcome back to the Project Joy podcast with your host, Jessica Dugas, and I am so excited about the season 5 premiere of The Breakthrough Show. Mark your calendar. I want you to be there live with us at 12 p.m. Central Time on Friday, February 5th, 2021, the day after my birthday, as I have mentioned. It's going to be one hell of a weekend, and I'm so excited for that. So I wanted to leave off with this little note. There was an article on goodnewsnetwork.org that said 89% of people think that happiness can be controlled, and they are much happier for it. So there was a survey of 1,155 respondents, and it found that 89% of those people, 89% of the more than 1,000 participants believe that their happiness can be controlled, and those people were 32% happier than those who don't think that their happiness can be controlled. Now, the one thing that was mentioned was there was somebody who, the author of the study, said that she was worried about self-serving bias. She was worried about people, and what a self-serving bias is that people who take credit for the positive events in their lives, but blaming outside factors for the negative events, which I think is a really human thing for us to do. However, here's where the magic happens. For those of you who believe that you control your own happiness, that you control the things in your life. I know that it's difficult to get to that point where we also take control for the negative things or take ownership of the negative things that happen in our lives. But when we do that, it's still a beautiful element of control because that flips the script. Once you realize you're in control of those non-happy moments in your life, that's when you can flip it. That's when you can say, okay, I see that I can control these things. Let's switch it up. Let's flip this to the happy. And that's where the magic really happens. So I thought it was a really cool study. 89% of people think happiness can be controlled, and they are happier for it, which is really interesting. So thanks so much to goodnewsnetwork.org for putting that article out there at the end of 2020. Gave us some good conversation today for sure. So on the show today, we learned to have fun. Find those friends that can have fun with you, and that'll bring you joy. To sometimes allow the characters within you or the alter egos within you to come out and play, that you can have some joy with that. We've learned that your animals can be an amazing source of joy. We learned that chickens are fluffy and amazing and have a whole other level of joy, especially ones that can sit still like Jessie. We've also learned subconsciously here that Jessie Shedden brings joy because she shares her chickens with us, and she brings so much joy to the world. I can't wait for you guys to see her and hear her story on the Breakthrough Show for season 5. She's amazing. It's not just about the chickens, even though they're adorable. She has an incredible story of triumph, of bravery, of all of the things. And I can't wait for you guys to hear that. For a little teaser, you can go to jessieshedden.com and learn a little bit more about her before she's on the Breakthrough Show. Really excited to have her on the season, as I mentioned, and I'm excited for the whole season period. I made a big announcement that Breakthrough Show and this show, Project Joy, is going to be sharing with a network and picked up by a network and distributed by a network, which I'm really excited about, and more details of that to come. So stay tuned, because now you're not even going to have to just be on your phone or your computer to watch the show. You'll be able to watch it on your smart TV as well, and all of that. So really excited for more details of that to come. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening wherever you are today. Sometimes it's hard to see me on to see all of the comments that come through because we're on so many different places. But thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Berzit, that was on my show as well, is going to be on season 5. Thank you, Judith, for being here. Judith says, we are in charge of us. We have choices always. Such a great note to end on today. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, everyone else who watched or listened wherever you are. Please take a moment to rate, subscribe, comment, share, and follow where available. And until next Monday, make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the Project Joy podcast with your host, Jessica Dugas. We'll see you again next Monday and every Monday for another episode to start your week off right.